At 65 years old, I made one small change in my daily routine. I started eating 2 eggs every morning. No expensive supplements, no complicated diet plans, just 2 eggs, quietly and consistently. And what happened after that truly surprised me. If you are in your 50s, 60s, or 70s and you have ever wondered whether eggs are good or bad for you, you are not alone. For years, we were told to be careful with eggs. Some said they were bad for the heart. Others said they were a superfood. It has been confusing. But now, science has clearer answers. Today, I want to invite you on a gentle journey, one that explores what really happens to your body, your brain, your energy, and even your future when you eat 2 eggs a day. Not just for weight loss, not just for protein, but for something deeper, something that touches every part of your well-being. This is not about hype. It is about truth. It is about wisdom. And it is about how one simple, affordable food could quietly become a source of strength, focus, protection, and maybe even joy in your daily life. So if you are looking for something that supports your memory, your immune system, your eyesight, your heart, and more, stay with me. You might just find that these 2 little eggs carry more than just nutrition. They carry hope. Let us begin. 1. The hidden power beneath the shell. For most of my life, I thought of eggs as just breakfast food. Something quick, easy, maybe even a little boring. But when I began looking deeper, truly learning what is inside an egg, I realized I had been overlooking one of nature's most complete and powerful foods. One large egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality protein. But it is not just about the amount. It is the kind of protein that matters. This protein includes all 9 essential amino acids, the ones your body cannot produce on its own. These amino acids help repair muscle, rebuild skin, strengthen hair, and even support the immune system. And it comes in just 78 calories per egg. That means 2 eggs give you powerful nutrition with less than 160 calories. But the real story lies beyond protein. Eggs are packed with important vitamins and minerals. They contain vitamin A, which supports vision and keeps the immune system strong. They also have vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium, critical for strong bones, especially as we age. You will also find vitamin E, a natural antioxidant that protects your cells from damage, and vitamin K, which quietly supports your blood and your bones. Then there are the minerals, phosphorus, for strong teeth and bones, selenium, a powerful antioxidant, and one of the most important yet often forgotten nutrients, choline. Choline is essential for brain health. It supports memory, learning, and even the health of your body's cells. And eggs are one of the best natural sources of it. One large egg gives you about 125 milligrams of choline. For many older adults, this is a nutrient we are not getting enough of. And yet it is deeply tied to focus, clarity, and even emotional balance. When you look at it that way, an egg is not just food. It is a small package of protection, strength, and renewal. Every bite delivers something your body needs to stay sharp, steady, and well. And this is just the beginning. Because what surprised me most was not just how eggs helped me feel stronger. It was how they helped me feel more satisfied and less hungry. Let us talk about that next. 2. Eggs and weight. Without starving. If you have ever tried to lose weight, you know how hard it can be. Especially as we get older, the metabolism slows down, the cravings seem stronger, and the idea of skipping meals can feel exhausting. But here is something I discovered. When I started eating 2 eggs in the morning, I no longer felt like I was starving by 10 o'clock. Why? It comes down to satiety, that feeling of being full and satisfied. Eggs are rich in high-quality protein, and protein is the most filling nutrient you can eat. When you eat protein, your body releases special hormones that tell your brain, I am full. Two of those hormones are called cholecystokinin and peptide YY. These signals help reduce hunger and keep your appetite balanced for hours after a meal. In my own experience, I noticed that after 2 eggs at breakfast, I did not reach for snacks. I stopped craving sugar mid-morning, and I ate smaller portions at lunch and dinner, naturally, without forcing it. There is also something called the thermic effect of food. It means that your body burns more calories just by digesting protein compared to fats or carbohydrates. That means eggs help you feel full, and they also help your body work harder to process them in a good way. Now, let us talk calories. 2 large eggs contain about 156 calories in total. That is less than most breakfast sandwiches or even a bowl of cereal. But instead of sugar and processed grains, you are getting protein and healthy fats, the kind that keeps blood sugar steady and helps you avoid those energy crashes later in the day. And eggs do not need to work alone. Pairing them with fiber-rich foods like vegetables, avocado, or oatmeal makes for a complete, nourishing breakfast that supports weight loss in a sustainable way. This is not about dieting. It is about feeling satisfied, steady, and nourished without feeling deprived. When we reach a certain age, food is not just fuel. It is comfort, it is tradition, and it is health. And I believe any weight we lose should come with peace, not pressure. 3. Protecting the eyes that have seen a lifetime. Our eyes are one of the greatest gifts we have. They have watched our children grow, seen the sun rise over quiet mornings, and read letters from loved ones. But as the years pass, many of us notice changes: blurry vision, sensitivity to light, or difficulty reading at night. The good news is that some of these changes can be slowed down, even prevented, by what we eat. Eggs, as simple as they may seem, hold powerful protection for your eyes. Inside the yolk of the egg are 2 special antioxidants called lutein and zeaxanthin. These nutrients are not just good for you, they are essential for long-term eye health. They act like built-in sunglasses for your body, filtering out harmful blue light that comes from phones, tablets, computers, and sunlight. This light can damage the macula, the central part of the retina that helps us see fine detail. Lutein and zeaxanthin collect in the macula and help protect it from oxidative stress, which is one of the leading causes of age-related macular degeneration. This condition affects millions of older adults and can lead to serious vision loss. But research shows that people who consume more of these antioxidants have a lower risk of developing it. Eggs also help protect against cataracts, the clouding of the lens inside the eye. The antioxidants in eggs, along with vitamin A, fight off damage from aging and keep the lens clearer for longer. And speaking of vitamin A, eggs are a great natural source of it. Vitamin A is essential for seeing in low light, and a deficiency can cause night blindness, something many older adults quietly struggle with. I remember one evening, I was driving home and noticed I could see the road signs more clearly than usual. It took me a moment to realize that little daily habit of eating 2 eggs might be helping more than I thought. Taking care of your eyes is not just about glasses or surgery. Sometimes it is about the foods we choose each day. The small, simple acts of nourishment that help us keep seeing clearly the people and places we love most. And while your eyes are more protected, there is another part of you that benefits quietly and powerfully from eggs: your brain. Let us talk about that next. 4. A brain that stays sharp with age. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Or paused mid-sentence, searching for a word that used to come so easily? You are not alone. As we get older, it is natural to feel like our memory is not quite what it used to be. But what if I told you that something as simple as 2 eggs a day could help support your brain gently, steadily, and naturally? The secret lies in a nutrient called choline. Choline is essential for brain function. Your brain uses it to make a chemical messenger called acetylcholine, which helps with memory, learning, and mood. Think of it as a bridge between brain cells, helping them talk to each other clearly and quickly. Without enough choline, that bridge becomes weak, and those connections get slower. Here's the problem. Most people, especially older adults, are not getting enough choline from their diet. But eggs are one of the very best natural sources. One large egg gives you about 125 milligrams of choline. For women, the daily recommended amount is 425 milligrams. For men, it is 550 milligrams. That means eating 2 eggs gives you nearly half of what you need in a day. And that is not all. Eggs also contain several B vitamins that support brain health, including vitamin B6, vitamin B12, and folate, also known as vitamin B9. These vitamins help lower levels of homocysteine, a compound that, when too high, is linked to a greater risk of memory problems and even Alzheimer's disease. When I started eating eggs regularly, I noticed something small but meaningful. I began to finish my sentences more easily. I remembered names faster. I even felt more emotionally steady. Less fog, less frustration. For anyone who wants to stay sharp, stay curious, and stay independent, nourishing your brain is one of the most loving things you can do for yourself. And the best part? It does not require anything fancy. It starts with a simple egg, cracked into a skillet, served with intention, and eaten with care. 5. Strengthening immunity and energy. As we age, staying healthy becomes less about pushing through and more about protecting what matters: our strength, our energy, and our ability to bounce back from illness. The truth is, we are constantly surrounded by things that can wear down our immune system: stress, pollution, viruses, and even time itself. But one of the most powerful ways to stay strong is to feed your body what it needs to defend itself. And yes, eggs play a surprising role in that. Let's start with vitamin A. This vitamin helps maintain the strength of your body's first line of defense, the mucous membranes in your nose, mouth, and respiratory system. These are the barriers that stop harmful germs before they get in. Eggs are a natural, easy source of vitamin A, and one that your body can actually absorb well. Next is vitamin B12. This nutrient helps your body produce and maintain white blood cells, the cells that fight off infection and disease. Older adults are often low in vitamin B12, and low levels can weaken the immune response. But 2 eggs a day can help replenish what you are missing. Then there's selenium, a trace mineral with a powerful antioxidant effect. It protects immune cells from damage and keeps inflammation in check. Eggs are one of the richest sources of selenium you can find in everyday food. And finally, let's talk about vitamin D. Known as the sunshine vitamin, it is essential for immune function, especially in older adults. But as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing it from sunlight. That is why getting vitamin D from food becomes even more important. Eggs, especially eggs from pasture-raised hens, contain meaningful amounts of vitamin D that can help fill that gap. Now, I am not saying that eating 2 eggs a day will make you immune to illness, but I am saying that by adding them to your diet, you are giving your body the tools it needs to defend itself better. That matters, especially during cold and flu season, or if you are managing chronic conditions. Since I started eating eggs daily, I have felt more resilient, fewer sniffles, more steady energy, and best of all, a quiet confidence that I am giving my body something good every single day. But eggs do more than just protect you from the outside world. They also help keep one of your most important internal systems in balance, your blood sugar. Let's talk about that next. 6. blood sugar balance and peace of mind. If you are like many people over the age of 50, you have probably thought about your blood sugar. Maybe your doctor mentioned prediabetes. Maybe you already check your numbers each day. Or maybe you just want to avoid the afternoon crash, the shaky, tired feeling that creeps in after a sugary meal. The truth is, blood sugar affects everything, from our mood and focus to our weight and long-term health. And one of the simplest ways to help stabilize it is already sitting in your kitchen. Eggs have almost zero carbohydrates. That means they do not cause sudden spikes in blood sugar after you eat them. Instead, they give you long-lasting energy from protein and healthy fats. This helps keep your glucose levels steady, which means fewer highs and lows throughout the day. When your blood sugar is stable, your body produces less insulin. That is important because frequent insulin spikes can lead to insulin resistance, one of the main causes of type 2 diabetes and weight gain. But with meals that include eggs, especially in the morning, your body stays balanced. You avoid the sugar rush and the crash that follows. Here is something else I noticed. Before I started eating eggs, I used to feel a dip in energy around 10 or 11 in the morning. I would reach for something sweet, then feel tired again by 2 in the afternoon. Since switching to a breakfast with 2 eggs, those crashes are gone. My energy feels smooth, my mind feels clearer, and it is not just about energy. Studies show that people who regularly eat eggs tend to have better insulin sensitivity, which means their body handles sugar more efficiently. For anyone managing prediabetes or simply trying to age with strength and stability, that is a major win. When paired with fiber-rich foods like spinach, tomatoes, or whole grain toast, eggs become part of a meal that supports steady energy, better focus, and peace of mind. So if you have ever wondered whether eggs are safe for your blood sugar, the answer is yes. And more than that, they can be a gentle ally in helping you feel balanced, calm, and in control. But now, let's talk about a question that still worries many people: cholesterol and heart health. The truth might surprise you. 7. Cholesterol. The myth versus the truth. For years, we were told that eggs were bad for the heart. Maybe you remember those headlines. I certainly do. Avoid eggs, they said. Too much cholesterol. For a long time, I believed that story. And maybe you did too. But today, science tells us something different, something more complete, and much more hopeful. It is true that eggs contain cholesterol, about 186 milligrams per large egg, mostly in the yolk. But here's what researchers have discovered. For most healthy people, eating dietary cholesterol, meaning cholesterol from food, does not significantly raise the cholesterol in your blood. That is because your body is smart. When you eat more cholesterol, your liver makes less of it. When you eat less, your liver makes more. Your body adjusts. It finds balance. Even more importantly, eggs can actually raise your levels of what is known as the good cholesterol, high-density lipoprotein, or in HDL. This type of cholesterol helps carry the bad cholesterol, low-density lipoprotein, or LDL, away from your arteries and back to the liver where it is processed and removed. That means eating eggs may support the cleaning and clearing of your blood vessels, not the clogging of them. Eggs also contain other nutrients that protect the heart, including antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, and healthy fats like monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fatty acids. These nutrients reduce inflammation, support healthy circulation, and lower oxidative stress, all of which play a role in heart disease. Now, I want to be clear. If you have a personal or family history of heart problems, or if you have been told you have high cholesterol, it is always best to talk with your doctor. But for most people, having 1 or even 2 eggs a day as part of a balanced diet is not only safe, it is beneficial. I still remember the day I got my cholesterol numbers after 6 months of eating 2 eggs a day. My HDL was higher. My LDL had not moved. And my doctor, he smiled and said, "Whatever you're doing, keep going." The real lesson here is this: nutrition is not about fear. It is about understanding. And sometimes what we thought was harmful turns out to be healing. 8. Aging gracefully, inside and out. We all want to age with grace, not just in how we feel, but in how we look. As time passes, our skin becomes thinner, our hair loses its shine, and our nails grow more brittle. It is part of the natural process, but that does not mean we cannot support our body along the way. Believe it or not, the humble egg can help us look and feel more vibrant without fancy creams or expensive products. Let's start with protein. Hair, skin, and nails are made from a protein called keratin, and the high-quality protein in eggs provides exactly what your body needs to build and repair that keratin. When you do not get enough protein, something surprisingly common in older adults, your hair can thin, your skin can sag, and your nails can weaken. But with just 2 eggs a day, you are giving your body the building blocks it needs to stay strong. Eggs are also rich in a vitamin called biotin, also known as vitamin B7. Biotin is famous for supporting healthy hair and nails, and it also plays a role in keeping your skin smooth and balanced. Many people think biotin is found in the egg white, but actually, most of it is in the yolk. That is why eating the whole egg matters. In addition to biotin, eggs provide vitamin A, which supports skin cell renewal and helps maintain moisture. They also offer zinc and selenium, minerals that fight off damage from free radicals, which accelerate the signs of aging. And then there's choline. Yes, the same nutrient that supports your brain also plays a role in skin structure. Choline helps maintain the strength of your cells, keeping your skin firm, your features defined, and your body's natural glow just a little brighter. Now, no single food can turn back the clock, but over time, the right nutrients can help you feel more like yourself again, more confident, more comfortable, and more energized in your own skin. I started noticing the changes after a few months. My hair felt stronger, my skin looked less dull, and perhaps most important of all, I felt good knowing that I was supporting my body from the inside out. Because aging gracefully is not just about how we look, it is about how we carry ourselves, how we move through the world. And eggs, in their own quiet way, can help us do just that. 9. How to eat eggs the right way. By now, you have learned just how powerful 2 simple eggs a day can be. But here is something many people overlook. It is not just what you eat, but how you eat it that matters. The way you cook your eggs can either protect or reduce their nutritional value. And if you are eating eggs for your health, it is important to make sure you're getting the most out of them. Let's begin with the best method: boiled eggs. Boiling an egg, whether soft or hard, is one of the healthiest ways to prepare it. Boiled eggs preserve almost all of the nutrients inside the yolk, including important vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. They also retain antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which help protect your eyes. And since no added oil or butter is needed, boiled eggs are perfect for those watching their weight or cholesterol. Next, let's talk about poached eggs. Poached eggs are cooked gently in hot water without oil or fat. This method also protects sensitive nutrients while keeping the yolk soft and golden. A soft yolk means the heat-sensitive vitamins remain intact, especially choline and vitamin D. Poached eggs are not only healthy, but they are also elegant and comforting. A quiet pleasure on a peaceful morning. Now, what about scrambled eggs? Scrambled eggs can also be healthy, but it depends on what you add to them. Many people cook them in butter or add processed cheese, which can increase saturated fat and calories. A better choice is to use a small amount of extra virgin olive oil and to add vegetables like spinach, tomatoes, or mushrooms. This turns your eggs into a nutrient-rich meal full of fiber, antioxidants, and flavor. And what about raw eggs? Some people add raw eggs to shakes or drink them for protein, but that comes with risks. Raw eggs may carry bacteria like salmonella, which can cause food poisoning. Also, raw egg whites contain a protein called avidin that blocks the absorption of biotin, the very vitamin that helps your hair, skin, and nails. That means you may be doing more harm than good. If you want the benefits, it is best to cook your eggs. A few safety reminders can go a long way. Always choose eggs with clean, uncracked shells. Store them in the refrigerator in their original carton. Do not wash eggs before storing. It removes their natural protective layer. Cook eggs until the whites are firm. If you like a soft yolk, make sure your eggs are fresh and come from a trusted source. And for dishes like homemade mayonnaise or desserts that use raw eggs, use pasteurized eggs to stay safe. Preparing eggs the right way does not require much effort, just a little care. And when you take that care, you're not just cooking food. You are making a daily choice that supports your health, your energy, and your well-being. Sometimes the smallest habits, done with intention, create the biggest changes over time. Sometimes the most powerful changes in life don't come from big decisions or dramatic moments. They come from quiet choices, small habits, the kind you repeat day after day, like making 2 simple eggs each morning. You see, food is never just food. It's fuel, yes, but it's also comfort, memory, and care. And when you choose to nourish yourself, especially in the later chapters of life, you are sending a message to your body and your mind. You still matter. You are still worth caring for. 2 eggs a day may not seem like much, but over time, they can support your vision, sharpen your memory, strengthen your muscles, calm your blood sugar, and protect your heart. They can help you feel more satisfied, more energized, and more in control of your own well-being. And perhaps most importantly, they can remind you that healthy aging doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can start with something as simple as what you put on your plate. So wherever you are in your journey, whether you are just starting to pay attention to your health or you have been at it for decades, I hope you find encouragement in this. You don't have to do everything. You just have to do something. Let your next step be quiet, gentle, and full of intention. And let it begin with breakfast. Take care of yourself. You are the only you we've got.